Hi all, welcome to Andrea M. D'Souza's kitchen. Today's recipe is one of my favorites and that is Malpua. This recipe is my friend Babra Khan's recipe, which is not the traditional recipe where she soaks the Malpua in sugar syrup. Here, the sugar is added in the batter itself, thus making it a much healthier version. I used to love these Malpuas whenever Babra made them during Ramzan, but now that I don't get to meet her very often, I thought I'd make it myself using her recipe. So this is the Malpua, which is Babra's recipe. Do try it out and enjoy it. I'll begin by taking 1 cup of maida. In another vessel, I'm going to take around half a cup of milk. And to this I'm going to add around 3 to 4 tablespoons of sugar. If you want it less sweet, you can add 3 tablespoons. Since I like it more sweet, I'm going to add 4. And then I'm going to keep this on the gas and bring it to a boil. Not exactly a boil, but let the sugar melt and let the milk get warm. And while this is warming and the sugar is melting, I will also add just a little pinch of salt to the maida. Not much, just a slight pinch. Now that the sugar has melted, I'm going to switch off the flame and I'm going to let this cool down completely. So in this flour, I'm now going to break some eggs. So we've broken 3 eggs for 1 cup flour and we're going to whisk this well. I need to make a batter, not a very runny batter but of pouring consistency. I'll also pour this mixture of milk and sugar in this. And we are going to whisk this. Later on, in case we see that this mixture is too thick, we'll add a little bit of milk, but right now we'll just whisk whatever we have. Can you see? We just need to do it a little while longer so that the lumps break. But in the meantime, I've kept my kail or my pan to get hot. Now since it is hot, I'm going to pour in the oil. That should do. And let this heat up nice and hot. Let it heat on a low flame. Don't keep the flame very high. And we'll get back to this now. So there are no lumps in our batter. And I'm not putting any extra water or milk in this because this is of just the right pouring consistency. To this, I'm just going to add around 2-3 drops of yellow food color. If you don't want to add the food color, that's fine. You don't need to. But since Malpuas are generally yellow, I'm adding this. You can also add some kesar if you have. Okay, so now this is done. So I'm going to keep this whisk aside. If you see here, I also have 2 of these jali spoons so that when I'm removing my malpua, I can press them in between these 2 spoons and most of the oil can get drained out in that way. And then I'm going to put it in this jali bowl so that whatever little oil is remaining will also get drained out. So in a way, it will be really healthy malpuas that although we are using oil and sugar, etc., but it will still be the less proportion compared to what you get in the market. and so it's going to be comparatively healthier. Now that this oil is hot, I'm going to pour out a spoon. And fry it for a couple of minutes on either side. So I hope you try out these malpuas and give me your feedback on how they turn out. I'm looking forward to your calls, your messages, your SMSs, the pictures of the food you cook, etc. And don't forget to share my channel with all those who love good food and good cooking. And don't forget to like and subscribe too. Have a great day ahead.